Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. You will largely agree with me that as of now, a majority of Tanga leaders and their supporters believe that William Ruto will be the next president next year, simply because in most opinion polls, William Ruto appears to be far much ahead in the lead. That William Ruto leading in these opinion polls has given Tanga supporters and their leaders a lot of hope for next year. You will largely agree with me on that. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, I've bumped on some opinion polls that were done in the year 2005, immediately after the orange and the banana referendum, where the oranges won. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to have a look at this single opinion poll, for it exposes very, very interesting developments. For the person who was leading in the opinion polls at that time was nowhere near the top contenders when actually elections were called. So let's have a look at that opinion poll at that time, and then we dissect and see exactly what opinion polls that are done now, almost 1 year to the next general election, might not actually predict how people will vote in 2022. That's our analysis and discussion. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. Let's have a look at this opinion poll. Yes. Daily Nation, Nairobi, Wednesday, December 21st, 2005. An opinion poll that was done by the Synovate, formerly Stedman, and then published by Daily Nation in their newspaper, or rather in their newspaper headline. This is the opinion poll, ladies and gentlemen. From this opinion poll, you can see that Kalonzo Musyoka is leading with 35%, followed by Kibaki, the then president, by 26%. Uhuru Kenyatta, following thirdly by 17%. You cannot see Raila anywhere or any other candidate. Yes. The truth of the matter is that actually the person who is perceived to have won this election is nowhere near even the top 3 candidates. And then the third candidate in this opinion poll was not even a candidate in that election, the one of 2007. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this video right now, I want us to really dissect and see why Kenyans should not take opinion polls at this very moment very seriously. Because our presidential election, our next election, is still very, very far away. So Kenyans, as of now, should not actually take these opinion polls very, very seriously. I'm not against any opinion poll because I largely believe in science, and I also believe that if they are properly done scientifically, then they largely give us a rough view of what the masses are feeling. That's a given fact. But as of now, I still feel it's too early to take these opinion polls very, very seriously. And I'm saying that because of 5 reasons. 5 reasons why I strongly believe Kenyans should not take opinion polls seriously as of now. The first thing, or rather the first reason, only one candidate has officially declared his candidature for next year's presidential election. We don't know who his competitors will be because none has officially declared. It's only William Ruto who has officially declared that he's on the race for next year. And he has been campaigning for that since 2018. We still don't know who his competitors will be. Assuming other candidates also come out to declare their candidature, then I think the dynamics will just change automatically. So as of now, if you do any opinion poll, who are you comparing with William Ruto? You will be very unjust to all these others because they have not declared. It's only William Ruto who has declared. So from where I sit, any opinion poll done now, we should even get William Ruto scoring 100% or even 99% because he's the one who has been campaigning and is the only candidate who has officially come out boldly to state and seriously to state that he is on the race. And then secondly, ladies and gentlemen, it's still too early and dynamics might change after the nominations, party primaries, and after the presidential candidates shall have identified their running mates. Because our politics also is largely ethnic. Kenyans are being mobilized along ethnic lines. And that ethnic mobility, or rather mobilization, will also be largely influenced by the running mates to these candidates. Assuming William Ruto picks Kalonzo Musyoka as his running mate, definitely expect Kamba votes to go to William Ruto. If Raila appoints Kalonzo as his running mate, Kamba votes will go to Raila. So it's still too early. Until that time when we are through with party primaries and then these presidential candidates appoint their running mates, then an opinion poll can accurately predict what might happen. But as of now, it's still too early, way too early. And then thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, campaigns have not officially started or even begun. Because again, campaigns are also largely influenced by who coughs more money in branding and also even in handouts. We have seen those things. The person who brands more is most likely to attract more people to his side. The person who gives a lot of handouts is also most likely to attract more people. So it will also depend by the depth of the competitors' pockets, the candidates, who has more money. Because the more money you have, the more likely you are to influence very many people to vote for you or to identify with your camp. So as of now, campaigns have not even officially started. The competitors have not even officially started their campaigns. Same for William Ruto, who seems to be a little bit campaigning. The others are just still warming up, mark timing. And then fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, in Africa and more so in Kenya, presidential elections are not all that straight and transparent. And I'm saying that because of what we saw in 2007, because in 2007, you will likely agree with me that Raila Odinga won that election squarely. But as Kenyans were watching the results on their screens, the following day the results were upside down. And then there was the post-election violence. So that incident alone, and even the IEBC chairman, when asked who had won the election, he said that actually don't know. The late Samuel Kivuitu. So that incident of 2007 alone just proves that elections in Kenya, not only in Kenya, but in Africa, are not all that straight and that transparent. So as much as the opinion polls might be showing one candidate in the lead, the results might actually not be that as they are being shown by the opinion polls. And then in 2013 again, it's also widely agreed and believed that no candidate attained the 50+1%. But all the time, things were done and a candidate just managed to get that 50+1% by a shy of about 7,000 votes only. 2013, the Supreme Court had to annul the presidential election because they believed that some things were not done right. So those are just indications that elections in Africa and more so in Kenya are not all that transparent and straightforward as maybe they should be. So that also proves beyond any reasonable doubt that there is also a heavy hand, what we have always been told, the system, the deep state, that also largely influences who becomes the president, not the opinion polls. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, polls can also be manipulated, especially if they're done as early as now, because it's way too far to the election, almost 12 months. Any pollster as of now can manipulate the polls because there is no election being done. So nobody will hold that pollster accountable or responsible because they will have their excuses that dynamics changed. But assuming these polls were being done maybe 2 days or a week to the election, then the pollsters, I know, might do somehow a little bit a scientific or a good job because they will be held accountable after the election. Because now Kenyans will just be remembering that last week or 2 days ago you said that this candidate was on the lead. What has happened? But doing these opinion polls, almost 1 year, nobody will even remember. Nobody will even remember. So, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly believe that as of now, Kenyans should not take these opinion polls very, very seriously. I strongly believe that because our elections is still very, very far away. And to William Ruto supporters in this forum, I think we should borrow a leaf from maybe Kalonzo Musyoka supporters. Kalonzo was once leading in the opinion poll. That was way in 2005. And then Raila has been leading in so many numerous opinion polls. And where William Ruto supporters are currently is where Raila supporters most likely have been. They should exchange notes. They should ask Raila supporters how they used to feel. It's the same feeling how Raila supporters were feeling. So William Ruto supporters as of now should not be very, very much excited about these opinion polls. It's still too early. Way too early. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me leave it there for today. But just as I did mention when we were starting, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. To those who are watching us outside of Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment and let us know from which part of the globe you are also watching us from. To our continued fans and subscribers, God bless you. God bless your families. Thank you. God bless Kenya.